Morning. Coffee in the morning. Bananas. Peanut butter. My husband. My son. And don't get me. Ayan. We only have a diet right now because we're going to party later. We order food for later.
Some big changes.
Kasi ila kanina tama pa magpunsyon.
Senator Reid, who is, as you know, a veteran, he is
Bananas lang. Banana and peanut butter.
Message is being sent to military leaders. Failure to demonstrate personal and political loyalty to Trump could result in retribution even after decades of honorable service. Goes on to say his military officers must remain free to give their best military advice without fear of reprisal. Is there room in military leadership for those who have
Peanut butter and
loyalty to
banana.
President Trump, but to those who may feel like that could be in conflict at some point to the Constitution?
That's a total mischaracterization from Senator Reid,
America.
as has been most of the hyperbole in the press around this. There is civilian control of the military. Nothing about this is unprecedented. The president deserves to pick his key national security and military advisory team. There are lots of presidents who made changes, from FDR to Eisenhower to H.W. Bush to Barack Obama, who fired or dismissed hundreds of militaries during his term. There were 6 3- and 4-star generals that were moved into different positions or retired on Friday night. Of 160 3- and 4-star generals, this is a reflection of the president wanting the right people around him to execute the national security approach we want to take. And I have a lot of respect for C.Q. Brown. I got to know him over the course of the month. He's an honorable man, and the right man for the moment. And ultimately, the president made that call. And Dan Raisin Kane is going to be a fantastic chairman. I look forward to working with him. And he will give straightforward advice, as he did to President Trump on the defeat of ISIS. No one else said it could be done in a matter of weeks. Raisin Kane said it could. And guess what? It happened. And the president respects leaders who untie the hands of warfighters in a very dangerous world. I think Dan Kane is the man to meet the moment.
Okay, I gotta ask you about this rumored list of people that you allegedly put together that were all going to be cleaned out. Is there a list? Is there anybody left on the list if it exists?
There's no list, Shannon. I've heard that. I've seen that very rumor. Although we have a very keen eye toward military leadership and their willingness to follow lawful orders. This is all about defending the Constitution. Joe Biden gave lawful orders. A lot of them are really bad. And it's unfortunate how they eroded our military. Ideological, COVID mandates. President Trump has given another set of lawful orders, and they will be followed. If they're not followed, and all these orders are in keeping with the Constitution and norms inside the military, if they're not followed, then those officers will find the door. And that's not a tough calculation. We feel really good about the under President Trump, we're going to focus on war fighting, lethality, and accountability, and be the most transparent Pentagon that folks have seen in a long time, which is why I explain these things on a regular basis.
Well, and part of what you said on Friday night is that you were going to be looking for replacements, essentially, for judge advocates general for several of the branches. For people who may not know, I mean, they give advice to the military about what is lawful and what isn't. Not surprisingly, there's been some backlash. To those who are worried about their removal. One Georgetown law professor says this. Trump also firing the Army, Navy, and Air Force JAGs. In some ways, that's even more chilling than firing the 4-stars. It's what you do when you're planning to break the law. You get rid of any lawyers who might try to slow you down. Your response to her?
I don't know who Rosa is and what her hyperbole is all about. Ultimately, we want lawyers who give sound constitutional advice and don't exist to attempt to be roadblocks to anything that happens in their spots. What we know about these TJAGs, they're called TJAGs inside the military. Traditionally, they've been elected by each other or chosen by each other, which is exactly how it works often with the chairman as well. Small group of insulated officers who perpetuate the status quo. Well, guess what? Status quo hasn't worked very well at the Pentagon. It's time for fresh blood. So we're going to open up those positions to a broader set in a merit-based process to find the best lawyers possible to lead the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy. There's nothing about purging. There's nothing about illegal. We've made clear from the beginning, Shannon, the military will be apolitical with a fidelity to the Constitution, prepared to close with and destroy our enemies. One thing people haven't noted yet, which I'll share, is we're going to take those are 3-star billets, but traditionally they've been 2-star billets over time. There's been lots of inflation in the ranks over time. We're going to return those billets to two-star billets. We're going to shrink the size of our headquarters. The inflation of military
Ano?
we won World War II with 7 4-star medals. We have 44 today. We have
Dapat hindi mo kaluban na ito, nakalubat.
and as you
Naraman na.
better health companies.
Nagbanglo.
We're challenging a lot of assumptions that the
Nalaman,
Pentagon
tikal man,
streamline what
nagbanglo
we
ulit
do
na.
so that we get as many resources as possible.
Nagsamit.
Well, and we know the Pentagon is not ever.
Ngam na ima sa takwan na. Dita, bukod na. Plax. Ano na ito?
Hindi, kita ngisi-ngisi naman.
Love it.
It's a flaxseed sa.
That was just part of, well, the conversation earlier today on Fox News Sunday. Secretary of Defense
It na.
had said discussing everything moving forward
Nabanglo niya.
the war between Russia and Ukraine, and reminded that this comes just
Nagfight pa na gaya
as
mo.
earlier today on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky did say that he would be ready to give up the presidency
Mano,
if
apat
doing
palit ka sa
so
mamang
would
mo.
achieve a lasting peace for his country under the security
Apat ng dalawa.
of the
Yeah.
NATO
Asya
military
na mga talagang impilit lang niyalaan sikuan. Ano pa?
Kapag kami nga aga bibiyang aga na nakam ni din mo manan. Dito ang libre.
Libre da atikwad, ticket.
One day kang
Ay libre na
Ticket.
ticket na.
Ngam da dya kwarta na nga ko.
hindi di ka tanang gastunan siya.
Kung pula mag-apawan ornong na. Kam agtay so anak ba. Ada mo siguro ornong na mapabang mamang ma.
Sorry, are we talking about apples now or insurance?
I go to stop.
Say about an involvement
Yes.
this President's Day at Russ Follow Cars Westlake.
I love betting on the NBA with FanDuel, especially when I
Ang talatamo sa
great
Besa.
basketball minds on my side. What's up, Chuck GPT? What's up, Chuck IRL? What do you think about this parlay? It's great, but why don't you use me for something you really need help with? What does Charles Barkley really need help with? Hundreds of results found. Uh-oh. That's math, basic math, being on time, motion control, conflict resolution.
Oras sa iya trabaho, sisak sa tanda kastalugan na.
Ah,
Sisak sa kastalugan na iya trabaho.
Si Chan,
Si HR, ang makikita ko.
yalugan din yan.
Dalaw mo ka. Nanawan si HR. Nidam mo nga ka. Adam rapport.
Buong klase din tayo sa kanya. Ikang kasi.
Bang siya,
Turning our attention now to a story that has
Limot
really
oron.
created
ang mga siya.
Ada naguni nangag ko. Put ko na na.
picture over at the New York
Sige,
City
ito ko rin nga ito.
recap. What we saw this
Di mo na nakang isuti ada sumutot.
United Healthcare
Awanan na ibus utok ko. Ay, yung ko pala tayo. Sabay bimangon.
accused of stalking and killing that CEO, making his first court appearance since that arraignment. Shackled and donning a bulletproof vest, Mangione did not
Ano,
speak
Jack
as he
Beto?
operated into the New York City court.
Mauma. Wow, nagda. Sikan samo.
Sikan samo. Sikan matayo mo.
Sige, mo to.
And also, what his attorney
Kung natapinat ba tayo?
Let's head to this report from
No.
Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen.
Nagdi ko sa nelas dosen.
Yeah.
Luigi Mangione was escorted into a
Hindi ko
New
sa-
York courtroom in a bulletproof vest, handcuffs, and shackles. His attorney argued
Hindi ko
that he
sa-
hadn't received
Ano
all
data?
the evidence yet. The judge has yet to set a trial date.
Luigi's right to a fair trial is being
Mangione.
infringed on because
Ada kay ko, pimatay kay upang estudyante.
Oh, dagi ya.
treated as guilty.
Apa, ngamen, tagpinatan lagi tal upat.
Supporters of the accused
Kwan.
killer
What was?
lined up hoping to catch a glimpse.
Ada dati dorm. Dorm sa kayanda. And that was last year. Ada pa lagi yung pakot idipiman.
Ano sama sa pimatay, ano mo
Week,
ko ni.
Mangione made his first statement since he was locked up, posted to a website set up by his attorneys.
It read, quote, "I am overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who has written to me to share their stories and express their support. Powerfully, this support has transcended political, racial, and even class divisions. And a crowdfunding site has raised more than half a
Ay, pimaltog
Di pa mga CEO, yeah.
The defendant
Eh, pimaltog
recently
CEO.
shot Johnson twice in Midtown Manhattan. It was targeted, premeditated, and meant to sow terror.
Mangione is facing several state and federal murder charges. One of them could carry the death penalty. Investigators say they have overwhelming evidence showing Mangione targeting, then murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Engineer na ita.
Investor meeting in Midtown Manhattan. For now, Mangione is being held in
Nasirid pa.
federal lockup with
Why
other
did he
high-profile
kill
inmates
him?
like Sean Diddy Combs and
Are
Sam
they
Bankman-Fried.
connected of
In New
something
York, Connor
together?
Hansen, Fox News.
He works there or
Thank you, Dr. Hansen, for that.
Doon ko data.
Our
Pati,
team at Fox News were also all over this story, bringing us all
ano,
the
sila data
latest.
Medicare ko man.
yeah. Kung ano ti kwa, why because he's not getting any medical?
About why his attorney continues to say that he is being treated unfairly.
Tawagan na tayo. Live now. Box.
Kwati.
The 26-year-old
Alright, see you again. We're going to get ready. We're going to have lunch at my sister's house in Elsa. Alright, because my sister's here from California. Caroline, just because they had what do you call this one now? But we didn't attend. It's global sinaitan yan last night. Yeah, but we haven't attended. Alright, folks. See you again next week. I got something.
Ano kayo susunod ko
Goodbye.
dati? Malamig pa sa